Welcome back everyone to issue number 4 of Thrawn Alliances. I'm Keeks and we're here going through this buddy cop story that follows 2 different timelines. One with Thrawn and Vader and the other with Anakin and Thrawn when they met during the Clone Wars time period. So Thrawn needs to find the Grisks, and they head back to Batuu on one of Thrawn's suspicions, but they don't take Thrawn's Star Destroyer the Chimera because it's too big and threatening. Instead they take an old freighter. When they arrive, they are immediately intercepted by some Grisk pirates, though they had been expecting the attack, and Vader blasts through the door into the other ship and just completely wrecks them all. There's another ship incoming, and the stormtroopers say that they can handle it while Thrawn and Vader go to investigate the ship that they currently just boarded. Vader is wondering how Thrawn knew there would be an attack. And Thrawn had actually put it all together the last time that these people had been there, but they had been cloaked nearby, and when they saw the ship they were intimidated so they didn't attack. But since now this time they weren't in a warship, the attackers thought that, hey, no, tiny ship, they won't be able to resist much, let's attack them and kind of take all their stuff. He really figured that they wouldn't be able to resist. Vader asks what Thrawn can actually learn from the artifacts aboard the ship, and Thrawn is like, I think I can find out actually where the Grisks came from. Though that wasn't really what Vader wanted to know. He's a little mad actually, since he's like, hey, this is not about finding your enemies, emphasizing Thrawn's personal goals. He's like, we're here to do a job for the Emperor and find the cause of the disturbance. Unless, of course, you already know, because Vader thinks that Thrawn might be hiding something from him, which, honestly, knowing Thrawn, that's probably the truth. He says that he's gonna wait to tell Vader though, and that really pisses Vader off because Thrawn knows and he's not telling him. Thrawn is like, it's okay. I will make a compromise with you, and I'll tell you part of what I know. But the Emperor trusts me, so I want you to do the same. That sort of quells Vader for now. They go meet up with Commodore Faro, and Vader is all angry because he thinks that she compromised the mission with the prisoners and let them escape, but Thrawn is like, nah, she did fine, we learned valuable information. Faro says that the communication was only 2 minutes long, and Thrawn is like, interesting. Commander Faro, could they have taught them how to fly a ship of that magnitude in that amount of time? And Faro's like, absolutely not, that would be ridiculous, it would take much longer than 2 minutes. So Thrawn is like, exactly. They learned how to fly it somewhere else, and the only place in the region they would have been able to learn that from was the old separatist base of Mokiv, so guess what? They have to go back. And then Thrawn slips in something super slyly. He says that it's the same factory that we once assaulted. Vader picked up on that immediately and is like, no, it was you. No one else on this ship was there with you. No one has been there before. Like, okay, dude. And Thrawn is like, yeah, sure, man, whatever. If you say that you're not Anakin, okay, I guess I'll believe you. But, obviously, Thrawn pretty clearly knows by this point who Vader is. And I feel like Vader reacting the way that he did only further proved Thrawn's suspicions. Meanwhile, Padmé has landed on Mokiv and is immediately picked up by a couple dudes in the forest, and they're like, who are you? What are you doing here? One of the guys wants to turn her into the Duke, but Padmé pretends she's some super wealthy person and her uncle Anakin will come and pay a ransom for her. So they bring her to a little hiding spot to remain hidden until Anakin arrives. On their way, they see a big factory-looking place, and one of the dudes named Lubjow tells her about how they used to work there in the electrical factory, but now they just do maintenance and they never actually get to see what the product is. They then walk through one of the doors, and Padmé sees that you need a special bracelet to open the door, which will likely be a very useful piece of information later. Once she's finally alone though, she's about to go to bed when all of a sudden she sees out the window that Anakin has actually just arrived. Anakin and Thrawn meet the Duke and pretend that they're going to sell him the cargo, and the Duke greets them and is about to take them inside when Anakin feels Padmé's presence and lets Thrawn know. Thrawn is like, good, and runs up to the Duke to ask some sort of question when all of a sudden all of the lights turn off and Anakin uses his lightsaber to pretend that they had a stowaway Jedi on ship that is secretly harassing them from afar, throwing lightsabers at them and such. Thrawn and Anakin try to run, saying that the Jedi is hunting them now, but the Duke stops them with his droids and is like, yeah, I can't let the Jedi get away, and I definitely can't let you guys get away either, so I'm gonna have to kill you now. So yeah, I think their plan may have slightly backfired here. but I'm sure they'll get out of it, though we won't find out in this issue because this is going to be a wrap for issue number 4. Now, I know I said previously that this was going to be the last issue, and I guess I was wrong, because there's definitely more story to go, and we can't really end it on that cliffhanger. So, yeah, stay tuned. I hope you're enjoying this adventure, and we will be going over the next part of the story when that gets adapted. You know, I definitely thought when I was reading this that I remember the book being longer, but yeah, it definitely makes sense since there's going to have to be another 4-run series to finish this off, because knowing the rest of the book could probably pretty easily take another 4 comic book issues. For now, let me know if you're enjoying this story so far. I'm Keegs, and I will catch you all next time for some more Star Wars content.